every student is creating a digital footprint, whether they realize it or not. We all have online presence. And so in this class, we're really trying to get students thinking about what's their story, how do they establish their own digital footprint, and how do they get the opportunity to develop some agency in the process of creating this digital footprint.
Students today, especially as part of Generation Z, have a digital profile. It's out there, but the question is, what are they doing with it? Are they actively pursuing it? Are they developing materials for it? Or is it just being developed on its own? And so what's great about this class is it gives them the chance to really reflect on their own experiences, their values, their life, and then what story do I tell across all the different digital channels that I'm on, whether it's social media, it's a website, it's a LinkedIn profile, whatever it is. They need to really develop a core story that can be put on all digital channels throughout the ecosystem.
When students graduate from Stanford, the official record of their education is actually an academic transcript and maybe a diploma. And the idea of this class is like really to help students think about how might they create the record of their own experience, and not just the experiences they've had at Stanford, but other parts of their lives as well. So this class really represents an opportunity to be able to think about bringing in all of those experiences that they might have had in high school, or things that they're doing in clubs and organizations, extracurricular activities, and to be able to think about how they might represent that as a more holistic picture of who they are.
So this is a project-based class where students will work the whole quarter to build their own personal website by the end of the class.
We take that personal website a step further, and they're actually working on something called an e-portfolio. An e-portfolio goes further than a website, and that you really actively curate your story and then develop evidence that supports that story so that they're able to get those key takeaways from that.
So we'll be talking about how might you leverage images to do this work successfully? How might you tell the story in text? How might you even create video to do this work successfully? So we're gonna have a lot of great conversations about the best ways to communicate these ideas.
We actually bring in other guests, like guests from the community, recruiters, employers, and so on, to be able to really try out new ideas, get feedback immediately, and then know how to incorporate that in to create a better product at the end.
To build what we hope will be a community of practice for these students, so that the work of creating this portfolio doesn't end at week 10, that it becomes a part of their Stanford journey, starting in this class to wherever they go next.